Hello everyone. Right then, let's dive into some ranked, shall we? We're gonna continue running Golgari through the gauntlet. I'm gonna see what we can get out of it. Hopefully we don't have an end like we did on Wednesday. Oh, no, that's a mulligan. Oh, you're so close. I think that's worth keeping. It's not brilliant, obviously, and obviously we've got to bottom that. But hopefully we can get there. Possibly I should have just gone to 5. Yep, should have just gone to 5. This is gonna hurt. Yep. Quick, concede before anyone turns up. Yeah, that went badly. Okay, brain was not on. Should have mulliganed that. That was awful. Let's try it again, shall we? Okay, well that's relatively high level platinum. That's a bit annoying. That's a far better hand. We'll keep that. And on the play as well. Could do with hitting some more lands, but when is that not true? Oh dear. You just going to shoot my Lana Elf? That's really sad to me, actually. Land, please? Okay, well, Wild Growth Walker's a pretty good start. They're probably going to point removal at this, seeing as obviously it represents a fair amount of life gain, even though I don't have it. Land? That will do. I should have turned on full control there. That's nice for us. Yeah, we're just going to cast that down right now. Not let it run away with anything. Yep. 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 That's, yep. Oh dear. Wow, yeah, we're going to have a rough night, aren't we? You can just tell. Alright, well. At least I got the Steamkin. Thrashy Bee's not a bad hit there either. Well, I obviously would have much preferred a swamp so that I can Chupacabra away this Goblin Chainwhirler. We'll also be taking the hit off the Chainwhirler. Especially once that's happened. Well, it's not exactly what I wanted. A swamp there and I would have been far better off. Think we're kind of forced into this, unfortunately. And obviously it just dies to a spell. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, well they're going to 2 for 1. That's fine. Black Sauce? Black Sauce right here? We'll take just like a swamp here? Oh, come on. We are taking way too much damage here. Oh, come on. Yeah. Right, I'm going to take this Wild Growth Walker. Just because it represents a fair amount of life gain next turn. Never mind, there's not going to be a next turn. We are just dead here. Yep. That was unfortunate. Stumbled versus red. Like, that is what happens when you stumble versus red. Yeah. Sorry, folks, just messaging my co-host. Right then. Let's try that again, shall we? That was a little unfortunate, but what can you do? Hello, game. I would like to do a thing. There we go. Opponents on the play. I think we're alright with this. Like, obviously our mana base is a little bit slow at the moment, but we've got a little bit of time, and our opponent's mulling to 5 here, which is a good sign. Oh. Of course, if they're just mono blue tempo, I am just dead. Oh, blue-black. With the search for counter on turn 2. And me with no turn 2 play because tap lands. Yay. This could be super duper annoying. I've already effectively mulliganed because cast down is going to do basically nothing. Yeah, they're going to take the Merfolk Branchwalker here, which is going to be really tedious if I don't draw untapped land here. Did I? Sorry. Deckmaster apparently didn't turn on. There we go. Let's graveyard that. We're just looking for land here. Nah, we've got a find. We'll be able to get it back. And hopefully Deckmaster should now be working on my stream. Let's actually go and check. We should... Yeah, perfect. Deckmaster's working. That's what we wanted to see. Fourth land. Tapped one, but that's fine because we've got nothing we particularly wanted to do this turn anyway. And then we want to just end the turn. Didn't want to full control. Wanted to pass the turn. Yeah, that's not what we wanted to see there, actually. We might be finding here just to get back a couple of creatures so that I can... Jaylight and Branchwalker as my only two options. Wish the interface worked a little bit better. Let's just Branchwalker, try and hit that 5th land. Oh, come on, deck. Fortunately, we should be putting a fair amount of pressure on our opponents here. I'm going to bin this cast down, I think. Or maybe the Chupacabra. I think I'm going to bin the Chupacabra, actually. Cast down can still occasionally get them as they, like, flash in a... how many cards they got in the graveyard? 4? Oh. Okay. Sweet! We made it back to... Tier 3. I'll take that. 1 second. Just got to message someone quickly. Right then. And back to it, shall we? Okay, well, back to tier 3 at least. And we got a pack, so let's crack it. Looking forward to the new set. The last set of spoilers came out today, which was actually incredibly tilting, because... Ooh, nice. Because I was literally writing a YouTube video about Aristocrats, and then a fantastic Aristocrats card came out, as well as a few other very important cards like the green go and get a basic or a guild gate. And it's like, oh my god, could you not have told me about this like 3 days ago? We need to outland, but we're on the draw. I think that's relatively safe to keep. Wild Growth Walker's obviously very good. That's a bad draw. What are we getting here? Ah, mirror match. Okay, cool. Opponent's starting with a Branch Walker. Let's see what they do with that Contempt. That will tell you about the complexion of their hand. Okay, they've got enough lands going on. That's what that tells me. Vivian Reed is obviously very good here, but they have the Vraska's Contempt already, so it loses a little bit of its power. Of course, this is all moot if we don't hit an untapped land. Basically now. Okay. Opponent's J-Lot Range is doing an impression of a Mole Drifter. Let's see what ours can do. Graveyard, annoyingly. And a Memorial to Folly. That's a pretty good, like, pairing, though. Not going to be too sad about that. I'm going to go no attacks here. I think... because we want to try and defend the Vivian Reed, I think holding back the Wild Growth Walker is the right line here. Like, I mean, obviously, we're not defending the Vivian Reed now, but what we are doing is setting up for... Okay, well, that's also fine. I will happily trade my Jade Light for your Merfolk Branch Walker as well. Cool. Well, let's just play out this Thrashing Bronzedon. Ravenous Chupacabra to take care of the Wild Growth Walker is pretty good. Pretty good. Yep, I knew they were going to do that, though. That's real painful. Got the Assassin's Trophy to deal with it, but it's not exactly the point, is it? Okay, they've got a Vraska's Contempt. We've got an Assassin's Trophy. I'm just trying to decide what the best line is here. We could make Vivian Reed tick her up. But that's not exactly what's going on here. I mean, maybe they get greedy and try and Wild Growth Walker my Vivian Reed down. No, I just don't want to give them the extra draw. I think that's the point here. We just don't want to give them the extra card advantage. As much as I would quite like to get my own Vivian Reed online, it isn't actually as worth it as just getting theirs off the battlefield, considering they've definitely got an answer in hand. Okay then. Leaving that find on top, that seems pretty good to me. Thing think we're going to cast this down. That's super annoying that they had the land, though. Means that Vivian Reed is definitely getting eaten. Let's just do that. Get it off the battlefield. Branch Walker. So opponent's going to be picking up finds. They could find back the Wild Growth Walker and the Branch Walker. I don't think I've got much of a problem with that, actually. We could get greedy. Tell you what, let's get greedy. We don't need to Chupacabra away this 4-3 right now. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. The greed paid off, but that's because we knew that the fail state was not really much of a failure. I mostly was interested in having it so that finality wasn't that big a deal, i.e. if they finality this board, cool, they still don't have anything. Yeah, Wild Growth Walker and then Jadelight Ranger. It's not great for us, but it does at least mean we get a turn with this Vivian Reed where they've got to then... Oh, and they found a Carnage Tyrant. That's kind of tilting. Because now I want to do like 5 different things with all my mana, with all my spells. I want to get back my Carnage Tyrant and then make it really big. Which we could totally do, actually. But it doesn't actually get rid of the Wild Growth Walker, does it? Hey, I'll tell you what, if they Carnage Tyrant here, then we get to keep Vivian Reed. Doing that in case I get to Merfolk Branch Walker. If it's just, you know, an untapped land, then I still get to play out the Branch Walker. Wow. Wow, that's an awful set. Yeah, sure, we'll take the Midnight Reaper. You never know, they might get greedy and, like, try and attack through to her. And just give us the time to set up and... Yeah, no. Didn't happen, did it? Think I want to go Midnight Reaper and Merfolk Branch Walker, which means I should probably just go Merfolk Branch Walker first. Yeah, because I can't activate this Memorial to Folly if I'm Midnight Reaper. My thinking being Midnight Reaper makes creature combat look really bad for them. Yeah, you're not terrible. You're not terrible. I'm pretty happy with Vrasta's Contempt on top. But here, our board state is relatively strong, and we've got a... Alright, that's tedious that they had the removal and that they had the Vrasta's Contempt. My point was, when we engage in combat, we are not losing a great deal. Okay, opponent just went super greed and didn't get rewarded for it. They can't play their Carnage Tyrant this turn. I'm really really confused as to what this game is doing right now. I think my opponent should have been attacking. Like, a long time ago, I think they should have been attacking. I'm going to eat this Wild Growth Walker right now, and we're going to continue seeing what goes on. If everything goes right here, I kind of want next turn to be hold up Memorial to Folly, activate Memorial to Folly, get back Carnage Tyrant, turn after, play Carnage Tyrant, turn after that. Anything that's left on the battlefield, wipe the board, and with the finality. And then have a bigger Carnage Tyrant than my opponent's Carnage Tyrants. They should definitely have left that card in hand, because if they attack with this Carnage Tyrant, I will just, like, quadruple block it. Okay, sure. Sure. Annoying, but not entirely unexpected. Possibly should have blocked another creature as there as well. Taking a fair amount of damage here. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, so we should be taking just 4 here. Yep. Opponent gets back Carney T. Should not show me that second card, even if it is a land. Because that might make me less likely to block with my Carnage Tyrant. Because obviously if it is a finality, I'd be very tempted to just wipe the board there, kill my Carnage Tyrant. Right then. Alright. They definitely don't know about the other one, whereas this one they might. And we're on blocks. But fortunately, my dinosaur is bigger than their dinosaur, so good times. Is there anything worth finding back in here? Not as of yet. Yeah, let's Jadelight Ranger. See if we can hit this. Hit some more land. If we can hit a detection tower, obviously that would be insanely good. Manor Elves and Overgrown Tomb, I think. And just start prepping for the next phase of this game, which is where I need enough people to eat edicts instead of my Carnage Tyrant. And there's a very distinct possibility that we're actually finalitying back the Wild Growth Walker and the Jadelight Ranger just to stop being at 6. Just to stop being basically within Carnage Tyrant range. Sure, okay, well that's a little bit interesting. That's actually very interesting. That might change our play somewhat. Four, 5, 6. No, 1 mana short, unfortunately, of being able to go Finality, clear away everything, and then Vrasa's Contempt to this Wild Growth Walker. We don't give a. We don't care about our opponent's life total at the moment. I think we're going to take a couple of black mana sources for that. But we do need to stop being at no life. We also need to find our outs here. Which means J-Lot Ranger to go digging through the deck. Don't need another one of those. Another one of those isn't terrible, actually. Yeah, I'm okay with how that's going. Of course, there's the J-Lot Ranger they left on top. Lantern Rover's in the bin. Doesn't do anything at this stage of the game. For Branch Walker, probably also in the bin. Doesn't do a great deal at this stage of the game. Yeah, exactly. Let's throw a Midnight Reaper out there, and we're also going to throw out a Woodland Cemetery because there is a lot of chance. There are a few ways of this deck drawing multiple cards in a turn, especially with obviously Midnight Reaper out there. So, okay, Lantern Elves. And we're just going to stare at each other for a little bit. Especially as I continue to draw lands. Opponent at 57 life. Seems good to me. With a Vivian Reed. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Well, that's a target for Vrasa's Contempt that my opponent knows is there, so they know they're only getting 1 card out of this. Of course, if it's another Carnage Tyrant, that's going to be really annoying. No, Wild Growth Walker. Well, that's not too bad for us, is it? Yeah, let's just pass through to end of combat and we'll do this on end step. Get rid of that Vivian Reed. Get her out of here. Doom Whisperer. Okay, well that breaks the deadlock. That breaks the deadlock pretty well, actually. Not only is it a potential way of finding more stuff, it also just flies over the top of my opponent. I mean, it's going to take 10 turns for it to kill them, just by itself, but It is a viable strategy. I think we're going to activate this and see if we can get some surveil going. Just get some good stuff going. I mean, Memorial to Folly isn't getting picked up here. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll leave it on top in case Vivian Reed just ends up hitting, like, nothing, basically. Another J-Light Ranger would be pretty good here, but I think we've already got one in the graveyard. Or in exile? No? Okay. Oh, I was like, why can Vivian Reed tick down? I mean, she can shoot my own Doom Whisperer, can't she? Hey, Loki. As far as I'm concerned, the thesis is frickin' done. Haven't seen you about in a while. Good to see you again. Have you been here since we got affiliated? Actually, I don't think you have. We got affiliated. It was awesome. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, corrections are done. Well, I need to speak to my examiners, obviously. Can we attack here? Are we allowed to attack here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relevant attackers. 1, 4, 5, 6-ish relevant blockers. Oh, we are allowed. We are allowed. No, I think we're good though. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with it actually. Like, got affiliated relatively quickly after I came back to streaming, so not bad. Okay, so we did a thing on the podcast this week. What's your New Year's resolutions, or do you not do New Year's resolutions? Like, if you do them, what's the plan for the year? Sacrifice a land, I'm guessing, because why not? Cool. Well, she still dies to my Doom Whisperer, so. Yeah, that's real annoying. Like, the amount of life they're on means that this game is going to go on for a while, no matter who's, like, won. I mean, I like that. I like that. Just, if you're going to do something, just do it. Don't wait for a time to do it. Just do it. Yeah, I can get you on that one. I mean, obviously, it's cheating, right? It's going, right, there's this arbitrary deadline that I've decided to... Oh, well, that's tedious. Yeah, I will go and get a basic, actually. And we're going to get a forest. We don't actually need any more black sources here. Don't think they're going to attack, are they? Cool. Let's activate this Doom Whisperer again, see if we can find some more action. Gold. They can all just go away. Yeah, I think I'm relatively happy to take another hit here. Oh, wow. Can I draw something relevant now, please? I mean, Thrashy Bee's not terrible. We got a J-Light in the graveyard? No, we do not. Let's kill that Vraska. And consider what we're doing here. Because we could Chupacabra, kill this massive Wild Grove Walker, which would at least maintain our current position. Like the board state would just stay as it is. I think that's not terrible. I think we're going to have to do that, unfortunately. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's funny because If our opponent manages to finality us, we're in a really bad spot. Like, if they finality, my creatures all dying just does so much damage to me. I might just be dead. I don't want to Doom Whisperer again. Oh, come on. Doom Whisperer can attack, and we're just going to sit here on this forest. Troops take out the Doom Whisperer. Okay, well we're going to draw an extra card already. Yeah. Going to 7 is kind of low. I really don't want to go to 5. Carnage Tyrant number 2. Nice. Don't know if it wins us the game. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Like, we've got one Vivian Reed left in the deck. We've got one Carnage Tyrant now. And I think we've got one more Doom Whisperer. Oh, I did not want to see the flunge. Yeah, I think they've worked out that this basically kills me. If we do that, then that's not going to die. If we do that, then that's not going to die. Do that, then that's not going to die. They're getting through for 8 here currently. And if we do that, currently one of our creatures is dying, this Jadelight Ranger, which means we'd go to 6. Tempted to put this Midnight Reaper in front of this Jadelight Ranger because it's a... Oh, I have forgotten this Wild Growth Walker, which is another 2. No, I'm okay with this, actually. And then I think we just do that, because there's no point in taking 2 when I could take 1 and draw a card. Yeah, I think getting rid of the Reaper is the best plan here. As it is, we're taking... This doesn't die, this doesn't die. This dies 1. 3 here. And everything except the Wild Growth Walker on their side is dying. I'm happy with this. Yep. There's the detection tower we've been looking for. Alright then, Carnage Tyrant goes in. Another Carnage Tyrant comes down. And another Wild Growth Walker. Okay, opponent's had enough, it seems. Gotta hold Walker. Why were you thinking of holding Walker? I mean, it wasn't doing a massive amount, this is very true. Like, if they'd raffed the board, that would have been decidedly annoying. I really need some way of making this chat be over here. Or maybe have this screen be over here. I don't like that though. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right there. I think this is a pretty solid keep right here. Right then. I'm going to get this Midnight Reaper down in case this is like Jeskai Control or something. Because if it's Jeskai Control, which it's looking like it could possibly be, I mean, that could just be blue-white control, in which case attacking here is going to be real annoying. I'm meant to attack with the Land Elf anyway. Yeah, I'm only meant to attack with the Midnight Reaper. Okay, well they don't appear to have it. Or maybe they do and they just don't want to seal away right now while I've still got mana available. Okay, well we're going to Jadelock Ranger instead. Maybe we get them to use a counter spell here. Yeah, Syncopate. Seems fine. Didn't actually need the mana, I was just... Yep, there's the Jeskai Control deck. Okay, cool. Well. Now I get to play Thrashing Brontodon and just hold up the ability forever. Or I could just play another Midnight Reaper. Which is actually better. Midnight Reaper, surely. Because if I do get to get this Thrashing Brontodon down, then I can sacrifice it to get back the Seal Away back. Sorry, get the Midnight Reaper back from under the Seal Away with a Midnight Reaper on the battlefield, which just seems gross. Okay, well they don't have Settle here, so... My money's on them having a counterspell, but... I think that means that I'm actually meant to just play out Ravenous Chupacabra. Yeah, I'm just going to play out the Chupacabra. No value it. I wondered if they wanted to do that, but if they've got a counter spell as well, then, you know. Okay, well there's the second white source. I'm actually pretty happy if they settle me here, I think. I need the lands. Like, the only card that I'm not happy having settled there is the Midnight Reaper. And I get to still play Thrashing Brontodon with the activation up. Yep, cool. So, yeah, we've now got Brontodon activation available to get rid of this Seal Away if they decide to try and point removal at it, or, I don't know, a Teferi or something at it. Mrs. is good, yeah. I think she's a little bit sad that she had to go back to work after the Christmas break, but otherwise she's good. Well, hello there. She should be on this Sunday, I think, doing the Helen Learns Magic thing again. We haven't actually had a chance to get her on here recently. What with, you know, Christmas break, keep visiting each other's families and stuff like that. She's not had a chance to really stretch her legs, so I'm hoping that she gets some nice play in this weekend. Gets to see some different decks, that kind of thing. And then she'll be addicted and she can come to events with me. I'm actually really super, like, if she'd already been involved, no, she's not hitting up pre-releases with me. She's got a thing on. I want to say it's to do with the I mean, this feels like a trap here, but at the same time, I want to say it's to do with the World Science Fiction Convention that she's part of. Okay. But I could be wrong about that. Bath Salts, nice to meet you. Yeah, I kind of miscommit to memory. Sometimes I miscommit memory. Like, I don't know. There were some parts of that format that I really enjoyed, and there were some parts that I absolutely thought were god awful. Yeah, no, not of any importance here. Right then, we've got 2 lethal threats on the battlefield. Let's see what opponent has to deal with this. Raoul? Don't think that does it. Don't think there's any way that does it, especially considering they played their land first. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. Yeah, there we go. I couldn't play them for love nor money. I could not play blue decks. What was it, last season and the season before? Went to the RPTQ, had a sweet Teferi deck. No one had taken any of the cards, like Team Unified, so, you know, sitting next to each other. None of the other 2 wanted any of the cards in my deck. And I was just like, yep, I can't win with this. I just can't win. I know it's a brilliant deck, and I have lost to it a lot. Can't pilot it. Yeah, I mean, you're control, so that makes sense. It was just that the 3 of us sort of went, well, we're aggro and mid-range players, and there's only really enough space in this format for 1 aggro, 1 mid-range, and 1 control player. I wish we'd kind of like I wish we'd kind of gone a bit more all in and just been like, you know what? We're not playing blue. We're just gonna play green instead in our 3rd slot or something. Because we had mono red aggro, a white black Knights deck, and I was like, you can make that Esper Knights and stick Teferi in there, and Teferi is just a fine magic card in the deck. Obviously it's not as good as it is in a control deck, but you want a Teferi deck, that's a Teferi deck. I'm gonna punch for 1 and play a Wildgrowth Walker because this is the mirror. And I might as well get J-Light out next turn. Actually, maybe J-Light was better that turn. Don't know. Oh, actually, I shouldn't have punched. I should have just Lana Ralphs'd. That was dim of me. Sorry, I'm clearly not with it. Graveyard with you. Land. Perfect. That's what we wanted to see. Lana Ralphs. Oh man, Esper Tokens was so good. Like, yeah, we streaming is every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday, with Sunday often being my wife comes on and learns Magic, or that's the plan for the rest of the year at least. Wife comes on and learns Magic. Actually, in a couple of Sundays I'm part of a arena tournament, which is going to be kind of cool. Let's take the Carnage Tyrant and hope we can find a land, because Carnage Tyrant's the most important card in the matchup. Might as well... No, there's no point attacking. I'd rather hold on to Vivian Reed and see if we can get her to ultimate. But yeah, Esper Tokens was so good. I mean, Vraska's Contempt right here. It was, you know, one of those decks where you just sort of go, this seems really good. Oh, that's funny. I never played that version. I never played the Scarab God version. Right, well, here's a Carnage Tyrant. Can you beat it? I think I saw Autumn? It might have been Autumn playing that version of the deck, though. And I think they were only playing it as sort of a bit of a joke. Nice, man. Nice, yeah. Like, I enjoy streaming. It's one of my favourite ways to, like, really push my Magic forward. Ugh, that's annoying. Oh, well, whatever. Just punch you for 5, and we're going to make Midnight Reaper here. Opponent finding the detection tower was pretty rough there. 16 copies of opponent's Blue Gear Hulk. Ouch. That's an ouch. Okay, could we maybe get a second black source here? Like, I know I shouldn't be too greedy, but geez, come on, deck. Yeah, like, seriously, can we just get a second black source here? Oh, what was the... So I was commentating an RPTQ once, and someone... Oh, you're so nearly good! You are so nearly good! That's incredibly tilting. I thought they was going to attack with the Carnage Tyrant. I'd get to draw a bunch of cards. I saw someone... Scarab God someone's Goblin Dark Dwellers at instant speed to get back their own Essence Scatter out of their graveyard and Essence Scatter away an opponent's spell with their own Dark Dwellers trigger. It was glorious. Yeah, cool. Wow, we got wrecked this game. Detection Tower is a hell of a Magic card. As soon as you're focused on getting Carnage Tyrant to work, Detection Tower becomes a hell of a Magic card. The annoying thing is, like, I kind of just want to trade off with this Carnage Tyrant now, but I really can't. But I also really can't let that Vivian Reed Ultimate, otherwise I will just die to it. Okay, they didn't attack. What is up with people not attacking today? Okay, well, there's all of my black sources. I kind of want to just play Doom Whisperer. I don't know. $316 life. Oh my god, that's appalling. Like, that's ridiculous that you had to have them DQ'd. Like, that's insane. Yeah, but imagine you're not the sort of person who can take that sort of thing in stride. Like, that's just ridiculously mean. Amusingly... Oh, that was an awful play. They've got a Doom Whisperer. No, okay, fine. Well, maybe we can Carnage Tyrant trade-off. You like tilting people. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I mean, that deck did used to... Like, we played a white-black version at a PTQ at a GP side event. Like, me and Simeon both played, I think, basically the same list. I borrowed it off of one of the Darksphere commentators. And yeah, you used to be able to just go... Like, the mirror matches were stupid. Because... yeah, we'll do that. Cool. Oh, I should have activated it. Never mind. Oh yeah, I'm doing silly things today. Maybe not activating it was right. Yeah, I feel like they should have minus the Viv. I don't know, though. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to kill this Vivian Reed. I mean, I kind of want a finality here, but clearly can't. I guess we're getting back Doom Whisperer and Midnight Reaper? Yeah, that seems not terrible. We could even play the Midnight Reaper. Problem is we can't, you know, we've got no kill spells in the graveyard. Yeah, I was like, hold on a second, have I done something wrong here? No, I think we're all right. Alright. I'm just going to pass the turn through. But yeah, the black and white tokens deck could gain like 100 life at a turn, easy. Without really trying. It was kind of mental. And, I mean, and the thing with the mirror match as well was always like, you would just scry through your entire deck. And then find the most important card, whatever it was. Alright, well that's annoying. Yep, I think my opponent's kind of crushed me here. It was looking so good as well. I think I'm just going to put this 3-2 in front of this Chupacabra. I'd quite like to get back the J-Lot Ranger with something and... yeah, I'd quite like to get back the J-Lot Ranger so that we can start going through the deck again. Okay, well, I think we just die now, don't we? I could be wrong, but I feel like we just die here. Block, block, take 6. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, well, they didn't find anything worth casting. Kind of feel like it should just be team here. Okay, that's interesting. Block, and then I think we're going to activate. If they've got the removal spell, they would have cast it already because they would have killed me. I think Vivian Reed is fine. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should have been digging further through the library, but I don't know. Opponents completely got us locked here. Like, we are just dead. Because they can Memorial to Folly back a Chupacabra. Never mind. Never mind. Unfortunate. Well, we'll take that gold though. Saving up some gold for the next set. I'm really excited because it looks really freaking strong. I'm a bit tilty that that the cards that they released today were actually looking like pretty good, because it's a bit like I've just written a YouTube video about an aristocrats deck, and you've just gone and spoiled a very good aristocrat. Keep cards that I'm looking forward to the most. Consign or something. The split card that's like 2 mana instant speed in Orzhov, exile a card from the graveyard, and draw a card, and I'm like, cantripping seems good from a graveyard as well. So if your opponent has nothing in their graveyard and you just want to cantrip, you just cantrip. But then on the backside, it's a sorcery speed Crackling Doom. And I'm like, Crackling Doom against Carnage Tyrant seems really good. Mirror Match, getting in for 1 isn't as worth it as making sure that my lands will come in a vaguely sensible way. So yeah, we just get to play that tapped. That works. That one I'm actually really looking forward to, which I know is a bit of weird. Yeah, like, I am so not looking forward to that next season, because I imagine that that's all that's going to be. I saw that card spoiled and I was like, wait a minute, this seems really powerful. And then I saw someone point out on Twitter that Nexus of Fate is still legal. And I'm like, oh yeah, of course it is. Oh, we're all so dead. We're just so dead. I'm just going to pass the turn. Like, that's not worth Chupacabra-ing, and I've got nothing to find finality, so we're just going to pass the turn. That's a pretty good one to keep on top. There's no point playing out the Llanowar Elves. Actually, there kind of is, in case my opponent goes Chupacabra. Like, if they just randomly Chupacabra to kill a Llanowar Elves, which is a thing that they might do. Oh, what were the other ones that I was looking at? And I'm like, ooh, this looks really cool. Oh, Golgari Finebroker. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Might as well just do that and then the Overgrown Tomb tapped. Because why not? Yeah, what were the other ones that I was looking at and going, ooh, that seems interesting. Yeah, there's a bunch of like, Judith, the Scourge Diva. She looks super fun in a red-black, like, go-wide aggro deck. I would even put tokens in my deck, even though that obviously she doesn't trigger them. She doesn't trigger off of them. Is it Judith is her name, isn't it? Yeah, Judith. Okay. Opponent digging hard here. Well, this looks like a pretty simple finality here. Kind of just hoping that they don't have Plaguecrafter, obviously. Yeah. What's... Oh, and Hydroid Crisis. I'm really interested in seeing if... Yeah, Judith seems insane. Captive Audience, you look at it and you sort of go, I know what you're meant to be for, but I don't see it. Like, I feel like there's better control, like black-red base control deck finishers in the format at the moment. So, Finding back Golgari Finebroker and Wildgrowth Walker. Finebroker back the Jadelight Ranger. Okay, cool. So you still can't block this turn, and that's a Vivian Reed. Cool. And if they attack my Vivian Reed... I mean, it does seem fun. It does, like... what was the name of that enchantment? And you used to try and give it to people. There's the cat with the tail with the mouth on it spell. I always forget what they're called. But yeah, like, totally get it. It looks hilarious. Let's just take that Doom Whisperer, I reckon. Ooh. But yeah, what else is there that's looking good in the next set? I was really excited about like a bunch of the counters stuff, like just all of the blue-green stuff, all of the Simic stuff just makes me so happy. It looks really interesting. What's interesting to me is that other than Domri, I'm not interested in any of the Planeswalkers. I mean, absolutely, you totally do it in limited, right? Green Dark Ritual with legs. Oh, the put a counter on it and you get to make extra manas. Yeah. No, totally agree. It's a little bit overhyped. I'll probably still muck about with it, but that's because that's me. I think I'd rather play this. We might be able to go bum, bum. Yeah, I totally get the. They couldn't have come in a better order if they'd tried. Jeez, that was perfect. In fact, we're just going to send in because we're just going to eat like 2 of their creatures here. And then just play another one. What was the... Oh, no, actually, I tell you what card I am most stoked for. It's... oh, where is it? It's the black spell. Priest of Forgotten Gods. Yeah, sacrifice 2 other creatures. Any number of target players lose 2 life and sacrifice a creature. You add black and draw a card. So... 2 damage, sacrifice a creature, black, draw a card, gruesome menagerie, get everything back again. Right then. To kill my Vivian Reed, they actually have to attack with a lot of stuff here. That doesn't do it. Yeah, that doesn't do it. Because I'm just going to eat that 2-3. Or trade with that 2-3. And then Vivian Reed, I think, can just go to 1. I'll hold on to this Jade Light Ranger. Oh, March of the Multitudes. Yeah, and you just make a bunch of... Sorry, just trying to do some maths. I think J-Light Ranger is still perfectly fine to just take here, and then we just run out this second Carnage Tyrant. Obviously, they get to put 2 creatures in front of this Carnage Tyrant, and I'll eat the Wild Growth Walker, but... I mean, that is like the real problem, right? It's, I mean, no, the deck that I've been thinking about it going in is Hadana's Climb. You know, that's the deck that I want to put it in. Oh, that's tilting. Can't protect this Vivian Reed anymore. Unless I J-Light Ranger to Miser a land. Yeah, let's see if we can hit a land here. That's unfortunate. I'm not super interested in the second Doom Whisperer. I mean, but the list that I started planning definitely had Iron Shell Beetle in it because I was like, well, gotta do it. Sometimes you gotta do it. But yeah, like as the set's gone on, I've become less and less interested in it, I will admit. I think maybe I was just meant to play the Carnage Tyrant out there. Maybe I'm getting too cute. Trying to defend this Vivian Reed. Like, it's a freaking Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, I'm getting too cute. Yeah, it's like, it's a 2/2 for 2 with theoretical upside. That doesn't seem good. Midnight Reaper. Oh, in the graveyard? Really? Like, I would have snap kept that on top. Vraska Relic Seeker, though. Oh, God. Oh, what is it with these opponents with their, like, anti-Golgari decks that they've got going on? Let's take out this Golgari Queen. Or just take out their 2 creatures. Yeah, I kind of figured that might happen. Yeah. Yeah, the best kind of upsides. The one where you don't actually know if it's going to work or not. Ooh, really? Intriguing. Oh, did we just draw a Plague? Oh, no, even worse than Eldest Reborn. But I've got the Memorial to Folly, so... Yeah. Yeah, they've got us here. Their deck's too tricked out for beating Golgari, which seems stupid to me because I don't actually think Golgari's that good in best of ones. I play it because I like playing it. Mythic orange names, okay. What you mean, like here? I've never seen that notification before. Ooh, yeah, this is a good hand. I like this. Yeah, that must mean like up here. That's where they'll be telling you it's a team member. Oh dear. Oh dear. I mean, I've got the Wild Growth Walker, but still. Yeah. Yep, of course. I have to play that out first, unfortunately. Yep, there was Lightning Strike. It was unfortunate. But if we can hit another land, we've got Doom Whisperer next turn. Basically, everything left in our deck is castable at this point. Like that, that's castable. Send. Cool. Oh, there's another one that's not great for me, but they haven't apparently hit land, which is surprisingly good. Yep, alright. Let's just ascend here. And get this Doom Whisperer down. Yeah, the strike on the Wild Growth Walker was unfortunate but not unexpected. The new lightning strike looks really interesting. I'll be really interested to see if that plays out the way we all expect it to. Cool, opponent's still struggling with mana here. Oh, now you're intriguing to me. But as it is, I think we're just going to Chupacabra away this runaway Steamkin. That's bigger. And then just send, actually. Like, I feel like giving my opponent no time. And there's no point attacking with a Land Rolls, it just makes an easy block. Even if it is... even if it is just a 1/1 that gets eaten by a Chain Whirler or something. Yeah, the Electro Dominance or whatever it is, the X red spell. Yeah, that looks really solid. No, Electro Dominance looks really good. Like, the fact that it's probably going to see modern play as well is just hilarious to me. Okay then, we got a Wizard's Lightning. Now we got 3 more mana from a runaway Steamkin. Yeah. Strike, cool. You're at 1, so unless you can kill one of my other creatures as well, you are just dead here. Cool. Yeah, I was going to say. Wonder if my opponent sees it. No, I was actually working on a red-green ramp deck that used Electro Dominance as its top end. And it was based around Experimental Frenzy and Wayward Swordtooth, the way that the current red-green ramp deck sort of is. Because it means that if you Electro Dominance off the top, you can get spells out of your hand. But if you're doing it from your hand for like 6 on your opponent's end step, you untap with 6 mana, and hopefully with an Experimental Frenzy on the battlefield, which can obviously get really out of hand. Yeah, that is going to be really good against control. I am very much looking forward to seeing how control handles that kind of thing. Because, like, control looks, in a vacuum, for standard, very good. But when you get down to it, you're just like, yeah, but there's all these tools we get to beat you. Alright, well, Golgari Leprechaun looks like they're living up to their name. We've got extra lands, so I don't feel too bad about going Woodland Cemetery, Wild Growth Walker, punch for 1. So the thing that I will say is, again, that consume something or other card looks like it's going to be really good for dealing with those sorts of cards. Okay then, sweet. We're going to graveyard that Contempt. Could do with some more land. Yep, that one will do. And no attacks. We're just going to sit here and Naya with an Adanto Vanguard and obviously a Conclave. That's incredibly annoying, I think is the correct turn. Yeah, just incredibly annoying, because this is super weird. That they then had the exact card to really annoy me is yeah. Because I don't know what they're doing, I don't know if I should be rest contempting the Sedanta Vanguard. Like, is this a go-wide tokens deck that's just Naya tokens? Which would totally work. Like, I've definitely built decks like it. Okay, well, I think we can attack with everything. But I don't know if we are contempting, Midnight Reapering, Jadelight Rangering. I feel like maybe Midnight Reaper's fine here. I think if we go Midnight Reaper and then block this Adanto Vanguard, we'll be fine. Like, Adanto Vanguard seems like it should only be going in aggro decks. So if this is a tokens aggro deck, which, okay, it really looks like it is. Oh, there's a second Adanto Vanguard. Okay. Then I definitely don't want this Midnight Reaper, because I don't want to be losing too much life. So I'm quite happy to just let it die here in combat. Opponent's really considering this 4 life that they could be taking here, which seems good to me. I mean, just don't take it. That's fine by me. I've got no way of forcing through damage. And then I can contempt this second Vanguard. Perfect. Perfect. That works just fine for me. Woohoo! Hello! Hello there. You got another Conclave Tribunal? You got another Conclave Tribunal? Is there another Convoke spell for this? Oh, I know what it is. They've got March of the Multitudes in hand, haven't they? Frack. Yeah, opponent's got March in hand, and obviously their game's just like, you have a spell you can cast. Thanks, Arena. Because they've done literally everything else they can do this turn. Opponent seems to have disconnected. At least I think they might have. There we go. Then they're back. Yeah, I think I'd rather go with Wild Growth Walker into Jadelight Ranger than contempt this Adanto Vanguard, just in case there are juicier targets. Don't know if there will be, but it's always worth considering. While our opponent's tanking, I'd like to thank you all for joining us, and if you haven't hit that follow button, please do. It helps out a ton. And if you want to see any of the replays from my previous streams, or indeed this one later on, it will be on YouTube. The link is down there. Right. Let's gain some life, shall we, against this tokens deck? That seems like the best way to go about it. Opponent, could you make a play? No is apparently the answer. Oh well. Right then. Yeah, actually she can stay on my library. That's perfectly fine. So yeah, we're just gonna sit here while my opponent tries to clock me out. And by that, in the arena sense of the term, I mean bore me to tears until I concede. I'm going to attack with this Jadelight Ranger. Their blocks ain't great. Well done, I just stone range them twice. Because there is definitely a March of the Multitudes in their hand. Oh no, of course, they've got a Adanto Vanguard on the field. That could be the thing that's holding them up. Okay, they don't definitely have it. They don't definitely have it. So yeah, we'll get to see what we got going on. We've got a slightly better deck than regular Golgari against this. Ooh, ow. Okay. Yeah, we've got a slightly better deck than regular Golgari because we've got the demon in our deck, which means we get to just fly over the top of this. I think I'm okay with just ticking up. Probably just going to grab a land, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, like that Woodland Cemetery seems pretty decent to me. Oh, of course, and then we can just play Motherfuck Branchwalker. What was I thinking? Brain's just like, there's a reason I was taking a land here. Okay, that song cut out surprisingly abruptly. Oh no, it didn't. My headphones just died. That was what was going on. I was like, wow, that's a really odd point to stop a song at. But nope. Nope. Okay, so the reason we're holding back there is in case of a second heroic reinforcements. The way my opponent played that out just to put bodies on the battlefield really makes me think that they had a second one. Yeah, cool. Okay, headphones have come back to life, I guess, but let's keep them nicely charged, shall we? I haven't played against Thousand Year Storm in a good long while, Loki, so probably not me. Thousand Year Storm is one of those decks that you definitely remember, so not me. Also, I haven't played much this week. Monday, we ended up recording the podcast. Tuesday was the wife's birthday. Ooh. Am I allowed to keep this? I don't think I am. I think I'm meant to mulligan that. That's a reasonable keep. We will bottom that, I guess. Okay, mirror match, that's fine. Yeah, Tuesday was the wife's birthday. Wednesday, I was meant to be streaming and then ended up like halfway through streaming. Okay, not the mirror match. I say halfway through streaming, an hour into streaming, just being like, oh god, I'm in so much pain, and just collapsing and just going to bed. The wife had been at board games, came in and was like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, oh, it hurts. And then like 10 minutes later, it was fine. But it was annoying. Okay, so they syncopated that one. Chances are they've got an Essence Scatter here, but I think we still just run out the Jadelight Ranger. Didn't have it. Sweet. Okay, well that's actually pretty reasonable because there is a chance that this Jadelight Ranger doesn't get big enough, but we'll keep that on top. There is a Jadelight Ranger that there is a chance that the Jadelight Ranger gets big enough to Moment of Craving. That's annoying. Thrashing Bronzodon does precisely nothing against this, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to Jadelight Ranger, and I'm going to see if I can find an answer to this stupid dragon. That is not an answer. Neither is that. Freaking stupid dragon. Making me discard and gonna flip into a stupid, massive planeswalker. Yeah. Get on with it, opponent. Just kill me. Kill me! Oh. Oh, wow. We are real dead. We are really dead. I guess we should find Jadelight Rangers back into our hand just so that we can discard them. Wow, okay, that's really weird. Because otherwise, I'm discarding the land that I need to cast the Carnage Tyrant, which obviously I need here. Or I'm discarding the find anyway. So all of my cards were rather necessary at that point. What do we even got here that's... J-Light Ranger they might bring back? Oh, seriously? Seriously? Jeez. Well, okay. Well, they're going to be flipping a Nicol Bolas next turn. Which is real rough. We're in a lot of trouble here. Yeah, Wildgrowth Walker is, I guess, the best of a bad bunch there. Well, I don't know why he wouldn't take the Jadelight. Oh, because he's planning on taking the Jadelight Ranger next turn. Right, okay. Sorry, not he. Opponent. I will get there. Light Merlin, hey, how's it going? I was having this discussion earlier. What's your New Year's resolutions? This is like one of my first proper streams since I did sorting out my resolutions. So, what's the New Year's resolutions for you? Or do you not do them? We've already heard from Loki that he doesn't like doing them. So, we're going to Jade Light it up. Play more empty... I'll tell you what, that was actually one of mine. Yeah, we'll leave that on top. That's a pretty good hit. Well, obviously, I would have liked a Vivian Reed, but whatever. Sure. Let's punch and see what happens. Yeah. I get you. I do get you. I mean, Loki made the point earlier that basically, why make resolutions at New Year's if you're going to change yourself? Change yourself. Don't like set this arbitrary deadline. It's like, yeah, okay, I can get that. I ain't going to say you're wrong there. Yep, cool. Deed. Super deed. That was unfortunate. Ragdos looks super good. You mean limited, constructed, general? And what's not right with them? Is it like they don't have the right flavor, you think, or... I just like keeping hands with no explorers in them, especially with 2 Wildgrowth Walkers. I think we keep it, but it's medium. I mean, feel free. Like, if you've got good points to make, then I'll listen. And yeah, I quite like some of the Simic stuff, but I never played back during like original Ravnica, so maybe people are like, no, the flavor's wrong. But I don't know. Probably Drakes, if they're discovering rather than mono blue tempo. I could be wrong. I mean, heck, it could actually still be just a control deck, and they've just hit bad lands. I mean, yes, but busted doesn't necessarily mean not good, like, design as well. Wow, this song is surprisingly loud. There we go, turn it down a little bit. There we go. Like, you can have well-designed cards and you sort of go, well, that was a really good idea. And then you can go, but in context of the format, it was insane. Yeah, we still need to hit lands, so... I mean, this is it. Like, if you're missing cards where people go, I have a connection to the old version of that card, I totally get it. Like, I totally get why you're just like, Where's my card? You know, where's the thing that made me play Magic back in the day? Gruul, diluted red. 4 power matters. Yeah. I mean, graveyard, we still need lands. Jeez, okay. This is insane now. I mean, we're not doing too badly because obviously we've actually got a bunch of massive bodies on the battlefield now, but could do with some lands. I can see what you're saying. Like, honestly, I have that problem a lot of times where they just go, here's a effect. We're going to stick it on a body. Does it matter what sort of body that is? Less than it should, it seems. You know, I sit there and I go, feels like it should matter what sort of body that's on. And they're like, nope, not to us. Right, okay, we're going to send first because I don't want to give my opponents a free block. Oh, I think they're just... Oh, no, they're not just dead. But they're chumping and chumping unless they can dive down, I guess. Eh. So, I mean, good examples of raid is basically anything that you want to have, that there is a decision, right, where you want to have haste on, surely. Golf clap. That's a golf clap moment. Yeah, all right. Well done. You survived another turn. Don't super think it's going to help you, but you survived another turn. Oh, is there a black card with Riot on it? I didn't even see that. Jeez. No, I didn't see that there was a black card with Riot on it. Yeah, that feels really weird. Oh, a black card with 4 power matters. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yes, but from the perspective of designing the set for limited, what you don't want to be is like, you must stay in this lane. If you are not in a guild, your draft is a train wreck. Whereas they want to be able to say, okay, you didn't get exactly what you were supposed to get, but maybe you can salvage something out of it. So like that's a big thing that they do in a lot of modern draft sets where you just sort of go, by the way, this is a super medium hand. We're keeping it because of Llanowar Elves, basically. I mean, I totally agree with you. Like the way the Colour Pie is designed is, well, it's frankly spectacular. You know, you have games that are not card games trying to emulate it because it is so clever. There's nothing wrong with it, clearly. The problem with sticking in the Colour Pie is obviously that you have restricted your design space, but most of the time they're reasonable about it. But like you say, every now and again they'll step out and they'll go, here's a thing, and it's just it feels slightly wrong. I mean, green black flying vigilance discussion, etc. But yeah, Gruul I think is one of what looks to be a very good selection of like the high end, the good stuff is really good, and then the medium stuff is like I feel that Simic has a similar problem, that there's very little gradation. It's like, when it's good, it's really good, and when it's bad, it's fracking god awful. I think Domri's medium. Its +1 is like aggressively mediumly bad, and it does on its minus a better thing that Vivian Reed does on her tick up, sure, but it's not doing anything particularly interesting. If we tick down with Vivian here, Vivian just dies. So yeah, no, I got you. Like the new Domri, not Planeswalker deck. I haven't even looked at the Planeswalker deck Domri. Like I just know they're not for me. They're not for this, so I just sort of mostly tune them out. Why is that one? Hey, let me go and have a little look it up. Let's just go to the visual spoiler. Let's just go to Mythic Spoiler. Why am I? They'll have it at the bottom. Domri, City Smasher, 4 loyalty for 6 mana, +2 creatures you control, get +1/+1 and gain haste until end of turn. That seems pretty reasonable. -3, deal 3 damage to any target. Okay, that's well overcosted. And -8, put 3 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Those creatures gain trample until end of turn. Wow, that's actually really good. For a Planeswalker deck, Domri, like that is surprising. I mean, feel free to throw the link in. Like everyone should probably try and read this. Like that is surprisingly good. Okay, can we please draw a find finality? I think I'm actually going to surveil to find it. Yes, let's surveil. Okay, bin these. Yep, got there. We're actually just going to bin that graveyard, that Wild Growth Walker. Because that doesn't matter anymore. My turn. Perfect. There we go. Yeah. Give us some more opinions on guilds, because I mean, I think there's more in Gruul than maybe you're giving him credit for, but like, and there's also definitely like a preference thing, right? There's also definitely this isn't my sort of game, so I'm not interested. But yeah, Gruul has its things. Okay, so Dauntless Bodyguard doesn't actually do anything here, which is cool. We're going to save this Wild Growth Walker. Alright, attack. Lacks identity. Okay, is that kind of your feeling on all of them then? Like, because the Orzhov mechanic, I sort of look at and I go, yeah, the like, you're always meant to be dealing damage. That's entirely what you're about. Even if it's just chip-shotting little bits of damage in, then that's what you're doing. That sort of, here's your game plan. It's always going to be your game plan. Doesn't matter how you do it. Golgari Raiders. I nearly put them in a deck the other day. Oh yeah, like the way they were clearly circus performers, and just the art was like it was bang on. Actually, the art, the naming, it was really good. I'm gonna be like really enjoying playing. Oh, the puns, yes. No, you're not wrong. There are plenty of dad jokes in there. You're not wrong. Ooh. Is this mono red? If this is mono red, we might be in for a very interesting game here. And this looks like mono red. Yep, mono red. Interesting. And we were on the draw, which is rough. But maybe we can get away with it. If they don't have a 3 or 4 damage spell here, we get to go off. Of course they have it. That's a pretty good hit, though. Let's get J-Light Ranger out there. If we can find a kill spell for this stupid... You can go in the bin. We can find a kill spell for this stupid Steamkin. And his bloody mate. I mean, that's not a bad answer. To the point where I'm going to do it right now, because I'd rather my opponent didn't make mana off of it. I'm going to go no attacks here. Okay, then Everbird. That's interesting. That's also unfortunate. Let's get this Doom Whisperer out there. That's a really good brick wall for this stupid flyer. Okay, tell me about Azorius, because I've always had trouble passing Azorius. They've always confused me. Like, it never... I can never decide how on earth they are different from Boros, really. Like, it all just feels like they should just be Boros. Cool. Midnight pre-release. You are Ooh, that's some rough stuff right there. I think we're going to pass to my turn here and just Vivian Reed tick up and see what we can find here. I was trying to dig for like just answers to this stupid board state, but I'm sure we'll find it eventually. Wild Growth Walker's a pretty good hit there. We'll take that. Yes, that's... See, but the problem is that isn't just Azorius to me. That's just all blue-white. Every blue-white deck I've ever looked at, I'm like, your only identity, so to speak, is you have real good flyers or evasion. Okay, well that's a heck of a thing. That battlefield my opponent's putting up is a heck of a thing. Ah, right. Oh, okay. I get it. So I'm going to go Wild Growth Walker. Bum bum. J-Lot Ranger. Bum bum bum. I'm going to have 1 mana left over. Play Overgrown Tomb. Take the Thrashing Bronzodon because it's a spell, I guess. Like, it's not an interesting spell, but it is a spell. Right. Graveyard. Library. Yes. Yeah, I get it. So it's... Yeah, they are... Oh, no, that's... I meant to play the Overgrown Tomb there. Never mind. We're just gonna... Okay, opponent's had it. Opponent's off it. Sweet. Climbing that platinum tier. Yeah, I like that, actually. I hadn't even thought about that. The like, they are the law and they therefore change the rules of the game sort of thing. But there are very few cards in this set that actually do that. I mean, Addendum only sort of changes how you play anyway, right? It doesn't even change the like rules of the game. It doesn't say your sorceries are now, your instants are now sorceries. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, come on, not like this. Not like this, deck. Oh, no. Yes! Alright, we might be able to get out of this. We might be able to get out of this. Yeah, the Tithe Taker actually looks really interesting. Just as a little tax to stop people from... Oh, opponent had a very slow hand there. Right, okay, we're going to Jadelight Ranger. Annoyingly, I'm going to graveyard that as much as I want to keep it. We're going to library that one, though. And then I think we're going to spin for 3. Yeah, Tithe Taker is really interesting in that regard. Like, like, again, I'm going to try and change the rules of the game. Conclave Tribunal to get the Wild Growth Walker out of the way. Cool. Yeah. Well, here's another one. Do you have another Conclave Tribunal? Also, punch you for 4. Yeah, absolutely. But the mechanic itself is not... It's not like, here's a new law. It's just like, here's a little thing. Oh yeah, that's a good hit. We needed more lands. We're gonna graveyard that actually. We're gonna library that one just because it's a spell that I can cast. Can I? Yep, there we go. Yeah, I'm going to start getting aggro. Yep, cool. Yeah, knew that was happening, but I just killed 2 relatively important creatures and 1 not so much. And still got in for some damages. Ugh, Benalish Marshal? Seriously? God damn it. Graveyard. Yeah. Yeah, I can get that. Okay, so if we attack with these 2 J-Lot Rangers, they're going to put Snubhorn Sentry and the 2/2 lifelink in front of 1. They might put the other one. Yeah, I'm cool with trading off my creatures here, is my point. Yeah, sweet. I will kill this Snubhorn Sentry. Oh, come on. For frack's sake. I'm all to 5, for God's sake. Let's try and kill this stupid Ajani, which they put the 2/2 in front of. Okay. Right then. Carnage Tyrant, save me. Save me, Carney T. Fortunately, I gained a bunch of life this game. Yeah, Emergency Powers... I feel like it's definitely going to be good in the... We're going to tick up here. I'm going to take Memorial to Folly and play it, I think. Emergency Powers looks like it's going to be really good in the what's it called? The Bant Fog deck. That's the one where I'm sort of like, that could be really terrifying there. Okay, interesting. Yeah, we are super dead unless we find a finality right here. No. Be an attack for 2, 6. I can, and then that, and then I can block 2 of them. Take 3. I go to 1 this turn. Oh no. Ajani can just put counters on things. Yeah, okay, cool, dead. Yeah. No, you're right. Like, addendum was literally just that. It was just an addendum. It was just like, here's a tacked on thing for another card that we, for the most part, have in standard already in many cases. Like the actually the Jace's Ingenuity one, the 3 mana blue draw 3 instant. But if you do it on your main phase, you scry 2, I think it is. Oh, nope, mulligan, that's all 4 drops. Oh, God, that's even worse. Mulligan this as well. Yeah, no worries. Like, don't think of it like a job. Like, if you're not, oh, come on. Yeah, sure. I just gotta hope that we draw some lands here. Like, it's not a... Just going to concede. We're just going to move on with our lives. Mulligan to 4 is never fun against an aggro deck. I'm just... Yeah, no. We're just going to move on. Some rough hands the last couple of games. While we're waiting for this match to get started, folks, thank you very much for joining us here. And don't forget, you can hit that follow button, which is up there. The videos all go up on YouTube, and the link for the YouTubes is down below. Yeah, fair enough. I totally get you on that one, Light. Oh, geez, yeah, Loki, what time is it for you over there? I think we keep this, and I think we hope to get lucky. It's only 1 PM. Of course it is. Yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah, of course. Yep, sorry. I was like, wait a minute. Surely it isn't that long, but yeah. My bad. We'll keep this. Yeah, I forgot which side of the states you were on. Alright, well, we drew a land, which is definitely not a bad thing in this situation. Do. You think, yeah. I think Lavina is, she's probably, well, actually, she's definitely better for older formats. But she's definitely got a place in standard if the meta shifts that way. Yeah, Electro Dominance, and doesn't she also shut down anyone trying to ramp with the enchantment, Gift of Paradise, or anything like that? Okay, well, Chopper Chops is going to eat that quite happily. Yeah, like she won't see play at the start until we actually find that there is reason to play her, basically. Phoenix. Okay, that's a problem. Yeah, that's concerning. We're just going to pass the turn here. Opponent has an interesting build here. Phoenix is not something you often see. Okay, that was real interesting. Having now drawn a cast down, I feel pretty happy just sending here. Sure, okay. Alright, that goes back in my hand. Okay, alright, let's Vivian Reed, tick her up, I guess. Yeah, agree with that. Smothering Tithe is probably too slow to actually matter. Well, we played a thingy last turn, so we haven't played our land yet this turn, so let's just take a Memorial to Folly. Yeah, I don't see anyone really even trying to build around Smothering Tithe. Like, it's too easy for your critical spell to just be counteracted by someone going, oh, I'm not doing anything, so I'll just pay the 2 mana and you can't ramp. You know? If they've got a shock here, I'm pretty sad, but they don't seem to, so that's handy. Right, another land would actually be really good here. Nope, none of those are lands. Jetlock Ranger and just play the Carnage Tyrant, I think. I mean, playing a Doom Whisperer again is interesting because obviously it forces them to attack. But I don't know how big of a deal that's going to be. And obviously I'm relatively happy to let my Vivian Reed die here because she isn't actually that critical, right? She isn't the reason I'm going to win or lose this game. Is there any way to use that to our advantage? I think if we send with Carnage Tyrant, yeah, let's send with Carnage Tyrant and see what they do. Oh, that's really tilting. Oh, that's really tilting. What are we doing here? We are going to Assassin's Trophy that Niv Mizzet, I think. Yeah, I think I kind of agree with your points, like, about Azorius. It's just, yeah, it's just a bunch of median cards that kind of... Yeah, I'm kind of interested in Orzhov. Yeah, how's Prague, Nathan, man? Like, you enjoying it out there? Did you get to play today? Or, okay, so, I mean, I could just cast down here. We could also just get super greed. And try and J-Lot Ranger hit a land. I feel like super greeding. Greeding seems fine to me. Graveyard with you. Graveyard with you. Okay, well. Unfortunate, but there you go. Right, what do we got? Right, if we go attack with Carnage Tyrant and Wildgrowth Walker, if they block any of them, we can finality away the rest of the board. Which means we can actually attack with Jadelight Ranger as well. Yeah, might as well attack with Chupacabra. Yeah, so I think I agree with you, Merlin. Sorry, Merlin. Oh, intriguing. Okay, very intriguing. I mean, that was exactly the time they had to do that. That the Orzhov, like, seems surprisingly shallow here. Okay, what's the chances that they've got just a counter spell? I feel like it's relatively high. But I've got two finalities, so let's just go for it. Yeah, they've totally got a counter spell. So my thinking was, if Carney T dies, you are correct, sir. You are correct. I probably should have just cast down there. My thinking was, like, I'm not doing anything else then. Yeah, I could have done that. Just done it in response to the... Right, have you got another Iron Eyes? Because I'm putting money on you have, but... okay, interesting. We got some life to work with here, though. I'm betting this is getting bounced back to hand. So, I think Orzhov has got a... Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, myself. Yes, no, you're not wrong, Loki. So I think Orzhov has got, from a playability standpoint, like, all of the sacrificial make 1/1s thing is interesting, but it isn't necessarily like actually very powerful, surprisingly, which means that the whole thing is going to feel a little bit like trying to work your way through a deck, even in limited or constructed, that doesn't actually necessarily have this really cohesive game plan, because they're all doing kind of bitty things. But I don't know. I haven't actually been through the full spoiler today. I've only been looking at the spoilers over the last few days. I don't know what on earth they could have. Right, I'm going to try and cast down this Phoenix and get in for lethal, which will invariably not work. Oh, and I should have tapped the frickin' Memorial to Folly. That was dim of me. Alright, there's an Ionize. I'm just not going to attack here. Yeah, if Anointed Procession was still legal. But then again, if Anointed Procession was still legal, Divine Intervention would also be completely insane. Okay, they're bouncing my Lana Elf. That's really interesting. We're also at an effective 5 because they can always just get in with these stupid birds. Okay. That's why, because they had... Yeah. They've ruined us here. Right then, let's do that. And then that. And hope that next turn they can't kill us. I think I tried to get too clever this game. Whoa! We got there! I was just about to be like, yeah, I really messed this one up. We had a lot of good things going for us, but we screwed it up. And then my opponent's like, concede. Ooh, Mythic. Oh, this is Immortality. See, I don't think that's true, actually, Light. I think the 1/1 for blue and the Growth Chamber Guardian, the 2/2 for 1 and a green, work really nicely if you can get counters on them from other things. Like, at the moment, I'm looking at just a Hadana's Climb sort of deck or something like that. And I think that's really good. I just don't know if it's enough. I mean, we were talking about this earlier, and it's like, are you really going to play Iron Shell Beetle? I mean, yeah, this is it. Zagana as well makes the whole thing tick quite nicely if you can get her going. Ooh, this is a bit of an awkward hand. I think this is a mulligan. Yeah, that's a keep. That's a reasonable hand. We're going to bottom that one though. We need a second green source. I mean, it's too slow against an aggro deck or in an aggro deck, My thinking is that the adapt cards are best considered as if adapt didn't exist on them. Like, legitimately, it's just if you put a +1/+1 counter on this creature, get X advantage. And you just go and you try and find a different way of putting a +1/+1 counter on it. Right, well, let's make this Wildgrowth Walker big. Cool. I am against an electrostatic field format. I think that would be funny. Yeah, no, I think that card is kind of hilarious and might actually just be quite good. Bit weird that we had an Is It card in this set, though. Like, I'm a bit confused by that. Right, plan here is make a large Wildgrowth Walker and race. We're going to put that on top of the library, actually. Because next turn we can play Midnight Reaper or Thrashing Brontodon. And then also play that. So, yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, the bodies are just underpowered, so even with +1/+1 counters on them, they're medium. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Like, those sorts of burn spells are very... Like, Skewer the Critics just looks really freaking good. Okay. Cool. That's annoying, but sure. And they're like, okay, we're racing, are we? Well, I guess I'm racing you back. Oh, I should have made Merfolk Branchwalker first. Don't know why I didn't. Brain fart. They can't counter it here. Think I'd rather play Thrashing Brontodon than Midnight Reaper, so we're going to play Thrashing Brontodon first. Yeah, she can stay on my library, because I might try and kill this Enigma Drake next turn. Don't know. Not sure yet. Or maybe the Crackling Drake instead. No, we're just going to slam a Carnage Tyrant. I feel like Wizard's Lightning is probably going to see a reduction in play. It's already 3 mana, too often. So I don't feel that... So I don't feel like the fact that we've received basically no new wizards. Yeah. Yeah, but what are you taking out for it? Did we get more wizards? I didn't even notice that we got more wizards. What wizards did we get? I'm just gonna Merfolk Branchwalker, I think. Okay, sure, we'll pick up a spare. That seems fine by me. And pass the turn. There's no point throwing away this advantage. Yeah, what wizards did we get? Link. Linky. What one am I missing? Or ones am I missing, rather? Okay, no instant speed action from opponent. Oh, of course, we're just dead, aren't we? That was dim of me. They played 2 more spells and we just die. Yeah, cool. Although the good game was definitely premature. Oh, yeah, they did have the dive down. Cool. Yeah, it would have been really nice if I'd had the Vraska's Contempt there and just been like, yeah, showboating was a really bad idea. Let's try this again, shall we? I don't know. I just see enough pros complain about Wizards Lightning that I think it's going to start falling out of lists. Yeah, this is a good hand. Oh. Okay. Opponent had dinner to go to, I guess. Yes, but the thing is now they don't have to. They've got Skewer the Critics instead. Like, the deck is already chock full of ways of we're gonna mulligan that. Yeah, that's a keep. It's not a good keep, but it's a keep. I mean, Skewer works as long as you can cast basically any spell that turn, right? And it's still 3 mana on its downside. I just think its upside is going to be live way more often. We'll keep this. Let's see what we can get. Oh, opponent's mulling to 5. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. It's not great, but we needed the lands. Yeah, is it still 250? Like, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. I mean, you're absolutely right. Like, I would never take out the Viashino Pyromancer from my red deck. I'm just saying, all it has to do is resolve and skewers online, whereas it has to live. I mean, I suppose if you're playing them in the same turn, then it doesn't really matter, does it? Pay 2, and we're gonna play Midnight Reaper. I don't see Viashino Pyromancer leaving. I do see the Teamer. Okay, I do see the 1/2 leaving. What is going on? Is this like Teamer ramp control? Oh, really? The promo deck is that much? It might actually end up being worth it then. Okay, we only need 1 more land and we get to Carnage Tyrant next turn. As long as they don't sweep us here. Which would make me sad. I am sad. Oh, no, gift. Okay. Foil deck. Okay. Oh, second gift. Wow. That is a heck of a turn right there. Here's a big ass dinosaur. Deal with it. Ral is their ramp target, it seems. Cool. Ral dies to Carnage Tyrant. We need an Ugin reprint anyway. I like the confidence there. It's just like, what we really need in Standard is this 7-mana Planeswalker. I don't think Ugin will be reprinted. I think we'll get a new Ugin. Like I don't think they're gonna make that same Ugin. Yeah, I'm agreeing with Loki on this one. Like there's no reason for him to be that version, because that version was very much tied to Tarkia, I think. Yeah. Yeah, like he'll have Ugin type, but we'll keep this. We still need land number 3, but when we get there, ooh boy, do we get there. Well, yeah, given what they did to Khan, a 3-cost Ugin would not be outside the realms of possibility. I'm wondering if they're going to do another flip one like Bolus, because obviously they're meant to be mirrored, aren't they? Ooh, oh, Wizard's Lightning. While our opponent burns out our Wild Growth Walker here, I'd like to thank you all for coming out to join us tonight. If you're liking this content, please do hit that follow button. It really helps out a ton over that side, sorry. And if you would like to see this replay, it's all in the YouTube, which link in the description. Let's get that J-Light Ranger out there. Even if we can't gain the life off of it. Graveyard. We still need one more land, so you think, Loki? You think they'd be rioting in the streets if Colorless got a 3-mana Walker? I mean, KCI already needs something to happen. Like, I don't necessarily think it's a ban, but I feel like maybe some more hate pieces printed? Okay. This is deeply tilting. Right, we need an untapped land right now. Yeah, that will do. Kill that 2/2. Yeah, like, you could print a crap colourless Walker. Oh, okay, I really wish I'd kept that find now. Well, that guy has to attack. Yeah, which means that the Lava Runner should also attack. Which means I think what we're meant to do is actually just block the 1/1. And get them to kill the Firebrand to kill the Chupacabra. Which is at least something, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. As the same effective damage, but we also get to deal with their 1-point pinger. You are very good. Are you good enough? No, I think I need a... You are definitely not good enough. Right, let's see what we can get out of our opponent here. Legion War Boss is an insanely good magic card. Like, come on. Guess we're taking 6 here? That's really bad. Yeah, I think we're just dead, folks. We need the mana in case we find a finality, basically. Because that gets us out of this. Ravenous Chupacabra, Vraska's Contempt. These all get us out of this. Not so much anymore, but... Yep, that doesn't. So we die. Cool. Okay, well that was an interesting game at least. Interesting and short. Waffling around the middle of plat 3 here. Ah, that's interesting backstory that Firemind's research is about trying to get a spark. Well, I mean, given that we've got War of the Spark coming up, that would... think we can keep this? This is really weird. Planeswalker Niv would be interesting, but isn't he also like just a giant egotist? Okay, well this is really good in the mirror match then. If I play Llanowar Elf, next turn I get to play Vivian Reed? Cool. That works. That seems really good. Okay, well done. You've got a Wildgrowth Walker. I promise you can't make it big enough to kill my Vivian Reed. I'm going to get at least 2 activations out of her. Yeah, I'm kind of expecting Liliana to die. I really am. I would be very shocked if she didn't, in fact. We're going to take the Doom Whisperer here. Even though we can't currently cast it, no attacks. Just because it's a must-kill card for them. Karn Sign of Urza on top of the library. That's pretty good, but nope. They're looking for something more specific. I'm guessing of Vraska's Contempt to deal with my Vivian Reed, but what can you do? Yep, okay. She goes to 4 here, and she ticks back up to 5. I play Carnage Tyrant, block this Merfolk Branch Walker. Takes 2 more. Goes down to 3. Okay. We should be okay. Just not blocking there. Contempt's a good hit. No, that's not the card I was thinking of. And I should tick up Vivian Reed first anyway. If we are land, I might just take it. Yeah, Woodland Cemetery seems real good there. Cool. No attacks, and we will sit back and do the blocking thing. No, they're not going to kill off Chandra. Chandra's way too much of a fan favorite. Oh, dang. Let's just take another Doom Whisperer, I guess. I mean, Chandra's still got the plot with Green Planeswalker, not Vivian. Jeez, wow. I have lost it tonight. If you can't tell, I might be a little bit tired. Nissa, thank you. Yeah, they've got the whole thing with Nissa to sort out, I thought. Or has that been sorted? I'm like 2 years behind on my story. I will admit that. Yeah. They can't get enough at the Vivian Reed. They would have to have drawn a Vrasta's Contempt, Vivian Reed Ultimate, game over. Makes total sense to me. Need to build a red deck, clearly, because both of my 750s are to play red or blue cards, or white cards. Keep, but not a happy one. There are many decks against which this hand is awful. Ones with those colours in, generally. Please don't count on my Jadelight Ranger. It's the only good thing in my hand. No, play Search for Ascanter. You know you want to. God damn it. No, don't counter my Jadelight Ranger. There's too many more counters at 3. There was no point in holding it back. Syncopate. Yeah, kind of figured. Right, let's see if we can do this with basically only Vivian Reed in hand. We will see. Backup Wildgrowth Walker against the control deck. Not super helpful. But we'll see. There is something to be said for keyword crappy on both of these cards. Like, the control player does not want to bother killing these. The problem is they also don't really have to. Okay, interesting. I'm like 100% convinced that my opponent is just mono counterspells in hand here. So we're just going to play another stupid 1-3. And see what my opponent does. Because I think that they're going to be forced to start killing these stupid 1-3s. Especially if they run out of... if they keep not having lands to play. And it's interesting because if they had... Oh, okay, Sinister Sabotage. That's annoying. I was about to say, if they'd had Opt, I think I would have cast it main phase. Binning the seal away, still looking for land. Cool. Cool. That's Chemist's Insight mana, so I kind of want to tax them on that. Like, we've not got a great deal of chance of winning this one. Our hand wasn't very well set up for it. They countered our first relevant play. Yeah. Against another mid-range deck, like against Golgari Midrange, this hand was brilliant. Okay, well that's really annoying. If I'd have drawn a good spell there, that would have been justice. But I didn't, and we're about to die. So I think as soon as we see the Teferi, we just concede. Because there's not a great deal of point. Yep, cool. Done. We can kill that Teferi, and then we can't actually win. So let's just get on with our lives, shall we? That is the thing about not playing an aggro deck anymore. Like, games are a little bit longer, a little bit slower. I still really enjoy Golgari. And I am sort of prepping for a tournament in a couple of weekends. Because I haven't quite gotten to the bottom of if the new cards are going to be legal. We're going to keep this because this is potentially turn 3 Vivian or Doom Whisperer. So... okay, interesting. That's actually a really good draw for us. I have to play this out. Merfolk Branchwalker. Being any non-land, I think, is the game plan here. Perfect. Give me a tapped blue land or give me some useless attacky creatures. Okay, no blue mana also works for me. I'm going to take this Carnage Tyrant. My money's on my opponent being on control. I just hadn't hit any blue land there. And a turn 3 Vivian Reed is excellent. Yep, there we go. Got him. We got him. Right, let's take Vivian Reed up. See what else we got. We're going to take the land in case they sweep the elves away. Although I think they would have, or I think they should have if they had it. Run out that Carney T. And just 2 them. I mean, I am not a massive fan of the Llanowar Elves. I get, you know, concerned that this is not what we're supposed to be doing. But every time you see it do nuts stuff like this, turn 3 Vivian Reed, turn 4 Carnage Tyrant, I'm just left going, I don't understand why I wasn't playing this more. Vivian Reed tick up. Let's just see what else we can get going on here. I'm more interested in the J-Light Ranger than I am in the other Doom Whisperer, actually. And seeing as we can cast the Doom Whisperer with the land in our hand, I'm just going to send everything into this Settle the Wreckage. Oh, wow, that's, what? I'm guessing they've got a Wrath next turn, then? But then they're not dealing with Vivian Reed. Okay, I'm just going to end the turn. If this is what's going on here, if they're wrathing us next turn anyway, there's no point putting more creatures on the battlefield to just die. We might as well ultimate our Vivian Reed and then start putting them on the battlefield. Well, actually, I think I'd ultimate the Vivian Reed and then I'd play another Vivian Reed and a Llanowar Elves. Because why not? Oh, blinking it without kicker. Oh, of course, because they didn't have the second blue. Wow, okay, they've been having some troubles. Okay then, well, now I'm just going to attack with the Carnage Tyrant because the Carnage Tyrant is lethal and they'd still have to settle it. Oh, I suppose they could revitalize. Yeah, god damn it. Wow. Alright. Well, here's my Vivian Reed. again. I'm not going to show you the spare one I have in hand. Yeah, the Midnight Reaper's a pretty good pickup here. Yeah, I see no major problem in playing that out. The, yeah, potential turn 3 Carnage Tyrant is pretty insane. Row? Oh, okay, they're done. Cool. That was really interesting. Like, I know we obviously turn 3 Planeswalker, turn 4 uncounterable hexproof creature, but the fact that they didn't have the Settle the Wreckage was really interesting to me. Right, again, I'd like to say thank you all very much for joining me tonight. Yeah, his draws definitely were not good. If you're enjoying it, please do hit that follow button. That side. Up there somewhere. And if you want to see any of the replays, in the YouTubes down at the bottom. Oh, is it getting reprinted? Oh, god damn it. This is a really medium hand. I'm just binning this. I know, Loki. You've hit that follow button so many times. Yeah, it's a pretty good hand, actually. We'll bomb the land, though. Oops! This is going to be rough. This is going to be really rough. Yeah, Fog is definitely staying. Like, the ban Fog decks last season were incredibly annoying. Graveyard. Cannot put that in the graveyard fast enough. Yeah, kind of figured that was happening. That's a little annoying. Yeah, we die here. We die so hard. Yeah. Our opponents had bad draws last game. We had bad draws this game. It is the way of magic. Yeah, the enchantment that untaps all your lands at the end of turn, I am really not looking forward to. I am not just dead on board, but I'm basically just dead on board. Whatever. Let's just move on. There's no set of draws that gets me out of that. What time is it? Oh, 20 to 10. That's not too bad. Got to get up and Pokemon Go Community Day tomorrow, so... Yeah, it's a pretty good hand. That's a not bad hand at all. Midnight Reaper's also not a terrible draw, especially because I'm getting Thought Erased this turn. Where they should probably now just take the Vraska's Contempt. Ooh, Search. Am I meant to just play the Thrashing Brontodon here? No, I think I meant to play the... No, I am. I'm meant to play the Thrashing Brontodon here. I bet it gets cast down. I was trying to play around Counterspell. Okay, well, apparently they don't have cast down, which is super duper handy. They should probably just take the Contempt. Oh, they took one of the Midnight Reapers. Oh, interesting. Hey, Nathan. You got better internet all of a sudden. No, 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 no. For God's sake. Stupid thing. Attack first. Are we then even meant to pop it? I feel like we are. Like, giving my opponent more chance to find things seems bad. You mean like the yeah, kind of figured that was coming. Okay, well, it's unfortunate that they're going to be able to deal with this Vivian read so easily, but they are, so. Plausible to do 3 sealed events in a day at a GP. I wouldn't say no, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to be the one to try it. Don't say Vivian Reed. They're going to say Carnage Tyrant, aren't they? As they probably should. Four hours apart is like pretty reasonable. Do I really only have 2 Carnage Tyrants in this deck anymore? That's a surprise to me. Right, they shouldn't have Spell Pierce, right? Yeah, cool. But they've almost assuredly got Vrass's Contempt. We'll take the Jailite Ranger, it's the best card, and also it works with a Wildgrowth Walker. And it's tapped. Whatever this music is, it's rubbish, so we're moving it on. How was the UMA draft? And I totally get what you're saying, like the fact that you had a lot of things that would happen again and again, whereas Addendum is just, it happens this one time I cast the spell, is definitely a thing. But most of Undergrowth was a fairly static-y thing on each card, right? You don't hear music? Alright. How about now? Noble Hierarch's a pretty good pickup, not gonna lie. That's a pretty good pickup. There's nothing in my graveyard that I particularly want, is there? There's 2 Midnight Reapers. Actually, yeah, let's just library those. Okay. Encourage stuff being able to, yeah, like playing around in the graveyard was definitely like encouraged in that set. Yeah, like because all of your cards are reliant on the same thing as opposed to a variable game state. Yeah, kind of thought that might have been happening. Find, we're going to get back Midnight Reaper and Midnight Reaper. Why not? If they're both on the battlefield and they both get killed at the same time, then at least I get 4 cards out of it. But we're running on 3 removal spells at the moment, so we've sort of mulliganed 3 times. Oh, yeah, okay. We're going to bin this for acid contempt then. And I'm going to play out the detection tower with the idea that if they do manage to surveil, I'm going to Assassin's Trophy the disinformation campaign. But that's, you know, that's my current thinking at least. Well, that's a good start. Let me guess. Sinister Sabotage. Cool. You can have a land. Alright then. How's opponent dealing with this? Oh, come on! That is so incredibly tilting. I mean, also should have been super obvious, but... Where's my Ravenous Chupacabras and why aren't you in my graveyard? Right, we get 2 draws off of this, so... Yeah, that was pretty abominable, wasn't it? It doesn't matter, my opponent's about to untap with a Nicol Bolas and plenty mana to flip it over. I am super dead here. Okay, a little bit surprised by that. A little bit surprised by that. I don't know what my opponent thinks they're up to, but I'm going to draw another card off of this Merfolk Branchwalker. I'm more interested in the card than the Branchwalker here. But my opponent still has to block because they're at 7. Yeah, that was annoying. Could I maybe not tap the one land that I might actually need this turn? Because this is totally getting countered. If they didn't flip that Nicol Bolas, then they know that there's a Doom. Then they have a counter because they know there's a Doom Whisperer on top. For 5, god damn it. And I was goddamning it because obviously that means that they get to just put it in my exile pile. Yeah, sure, why not? Jadelight Ranger, I guess, gets us the most looks through the deck. Yeah, let's just get Jadelight Ranger back. No way. Again? They've got another counter spell? Yeah, whatever. We're done. Maybe it's time for a change. Maybe we just go back to Boris Weenie. We've seen a lot of control tonight. Some mid-range. And I need to play some white spells. So Carnival Carnage looks pretty interesting, actually. I'm not sure how much play that's going to see, but I think as a... Ooh, you're so close, Mulligan. That's better. We'll keep that. Bottom, I guess. I don't even know. There's definitely more powerful spells in the deck. Yeah, it's definitely going to see some play in burn decks. Goblin Crater Maker, you say? Okay. This is very odd. So I'm attacking here because I think what they should be wanting to kill is the Leonin Vanguard. But that is meant to be Carnage Tyrant. That is meant to be a Carnage Tyrant. If it looks like a go after you, I have done it badly. Okay, this is like a big red deck. I mean, the Goblin Crater Maker was already interesting to me. You can have a mountain. Yes, all day, yes. I will block that, yes. I'm just going to go Dome here. See if we can race them down. Yeah, I knew they were going to be playing frickin' Siege Gang Commander. We are just really dead now. I don't even know anymore. Just gonna send. Well, have you looked at the Carnage Tyrant card? He's got like metal tusky things coming off the side. Okay. Really confused by that set of blocks. Like, opponent had massive board advantage there and just went, yeah, no, I'm good with this. Double Legion War Boss, though. Okay. We're good. We're done. I love it. I'm like, alright, all night we've been facing against control, so let's play some aggro now. And it's like instant aggro. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. That's also pretty unfortunate. I guess we keep this. Oh yeah, we're never playing this deck again. I forgot what this was like. When your deck has like 0 control over any of their draws. And I think we're going to be giving up for the night relatively soon. We might do one more game of Golgari after this, what is determined to be a horrendous loss. Nathan, does your version somehow manage to control the top of its library? Because if it doesn't, not super interested, bro. Yeah, sure. A witness can go. Land, Marshal, please. Yeah, cool. Of course, they're about to sweep the board, so it doesn't even really matter. Yep, super dead. They could, at this point, literally beat me with a ham sandwich. That is way better than a ham sandwich. Seriously, Golden Demise and Ritual of Cert. Okay, we're done here. We're done here. Let's play a deck that I actually like. One last time this evening. And we'll end it on this one. Like Merlin, sorry I missed it. Thank you very much for that follow. That helps out a ton. Keep. Question mark. This hand is surprisingly good. Am concerned. Yeah, for some reason my alert noises aren't coming up anymore, and I don't know why. Okay, well. Not taking pain to play a Lanarelf seems good. What we got? Sure. I have nothing in my hand worth ramping to, so... Other than, I guess, turn 3, Branch Walker. Don't think I did, Nate. Oh, yeah, Nathan, I was asking if your version of the deck could somehow control the top of its library. Which, obviously, I doubt. Okay, then, if I'm not getting swept next turn, then I'm a monkey's uncle, so I'm not playing out this Lanarelves. Yeah, it's, so Nathan, it's, ooh, okay, interesting. A spectacle card, so if you've dealt damage, it only costs red, otherwise it costs 2 and a red, and it deals 3 damage at sorcery speed, so, you know, but still, basically just bolt in standard. I'm going to play out this Merfolk Branchwalker, and maybe our Lanarelves, actually. Okay, interesting. That they sinister sabotage that, I mean, it probably just means that they're just searching for that last land. But If we hit a land next turn, this just means that we get to Carnage Tyrant, and that should seal the deal relatively quickly. No land, but still, that is not a bad draw. Please don't have another counter. Yes, cool. Now, at least if they sweep the board, I get to draw a bunch of cards, which, not terrible. Here it comes. Wow, really? Intriguing. Very intriguing. Well, here's a Carnage Tyrant, which means you're going to have to sweep the board and then use the Eldest Reborn to kill the Carnage Tyrant. Yep, exactly. We knew that was coming, didn't we, folks? Ooh, Doom Whisperer. Still beats an Edict. So, yeah, that seems good. And we can use it to find any further threats that we may need. That should be game. Yep. There we go. Got there. Right, well, we fought really hard to end up back where we started the night, but I'm not unhappy with that. Yeah, 14 wins today, and we ended up back where we freaking started. That's insane. Thank you all very much for joining me tonight. As I say, all of these videos will be going up on YouTube. Check below for the link. And if you haven't seen the latest episode of the podcast, it is now live. So head over to Standard Intelligence. No, that side. That side. Standard Intelligence should be on at least. Let's see if there's anyone we could host/raid. Don't think anyone I know is particularly streaming at the moment. Yeah, no one particularly. But I'll tell you what, I'll hand you over to Loading Ready Run and the pre-release so we can actually start looking at these cards. Thank you all very much for joining me tonight, folks, and I'll see you later.